don't do anything about it. We're not allowed to do anything. They're on the victims list. They're on the target list. They're on the harassment list. Okay? And that's what happened.
Who exactly are the constituents of the satanic cults?
Well, they're just, well, understand something. Cults are cults. There are Satan lovers out there. I mean, George Bush was at Bohemian Grove. I mean, that's a satanic camp, you know, a Satanistic camp where they go and they make sacrifices to the devil. Okay, they worship in front of Moloch, whatever they call it, an owl. So, I mean, that's a satanic cult. We have Luciferians in this country that denounce Christianity and, you know, organized religion. They're just haters. Then there's the Nazi parties. If you ask some TIs, targeted individuals, you know, about gang stalking, some of these gang stalkers come by the hundreds, literally. I was gang stalked in the first year of my being targeted by literally over 100 people. They would sit in 4 cars outside my house. They would follow me all over wherever I walked. They had an entire block. They would use old people. They would use their own children. And I kid you not. And, you know, it's a very, when they target somebody like that, they're just organized. It's organized gang stalking. If you go to raven1.net, they'll explain it. As a matter of fact, they'll show you a video of some lady who literally sat in her car, and you can see the people trying to operate around her doing gang stalking and watching her and surveilling her. You know, and this is the type of stuff that takes place every single day in this country. And the police will not assist you in these matters. Although they may know about it, they claim there's nothing that they can do. You know, even the agencies that are empowered to enforce laws that are on the books turn around and refuse to do so because of the pressure by the top people in our government, the military, which goes totally unchecked in what they do. There is no agency now, aside from the Church Commission and the Pike Commission, which came after the Church Committee hearings, but they never followed through on the agency that was set up to investigate the military and to investigate these black op agencies that I call them, okay? There is no transparent agencies, which leaves numerous violations of the law and just constant denigration of our Constitution through these acts. You know, and it works to the benefit of the politicians. You know, these politicians who are pressing buttons, they know about this stuff. They vote in Congress for directed energy weapons through the defense budgets. They know it's there. They know these weapons exist and that they're out there in use. You know, it insults me when, you know, we have stewards of our government who are not paying attention to the people's needs and to what's going on in this country. And it makes you wonder when you talk about North American unions and one world government, you know, if they really are complicit in this. And, you know, part of the thing that we do with Freedom Fighters is to identify the criminals. We want to document who they are and how they're carrying out their criminality, because sooner or later, this is a battle between good and evil, literally. And we need to know who the criminals are, because if there's going to be a real court system, they should be prosecuted under the law and the laws that they violate. And in fact, right now, they have carte blanche. They're running roughshod on the entire country. And if we're going to stay sovereign and stay the United States of America, we need to have our judicial system and our checks and balances back in place. Because if we don't have them, we're not going to have a country, period. We're not.
I read in a news piece yesterday that a loyal American general has brought the president on charges of war crimes.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I was watching it on C-SPAN last night. There was a retired general on... there is no doubt that Cheney and that Bush are criminals. No doubt. I mean, they got us into an illegal war. They took Saddam Hussein, okay, who was placed in power by the CIA. All right, the CIA put Saddam Hussein in power. There was enough military information that stated that Saddam Hussein did not, in fact, have the WMDs, the weapons of mass destruction, that Bush claimed. And, you know, he illegally got us into this war. He lied to the American people under the auspices. I mean, this is primary reason why Dennis Kucinich, you know, brought up the articles of impeachment. Because they were criminals. They lied to the American people. They covered it up. They've just done so many things. I don't think there's ever been a presidency, you know, that's taken down our Constitution and, you know, has just ripped us apart at the seams financially, socially, and in every other which way than this administration has. And we have had some bad presidents in the past, but these two in office just take the cake. They really do.
I believe Halliburton was something that was being investigated. I heard a lot from the population of Greece on Halliburton. I suppose they are investigating in that particular region the oil scandals.
Well, they better investigate Halliburton because Dick Cheney was, in fact, directly involved with Halliburton. Dick Cheney was on the Council for Foreign Relations and still a member of the Council of Foreign Relations, from what I understand. So, you know, there are entities in this country. Okay, Halliburton stood and does make a lot of money off of the war. Okay, this is definitely a military-industrial complex that we were warned about by Eisenhower and about Kennedy, with secret societies and all of these things that are blossomed and have bloomed into what we have today. And a lot of American citizens don't understand what I call true evil. These people are true evil. They make no mistake about it. They don't want a sovereign America. They do not want freedom. They are working as henchmen for world bankers and corporations who only care about money, and they want to enslave people. That's why our borders don't exist anymore. That's why there's Mexicans running across our borders every day, because corporations are benefiting by using those workers. They don't have to give them basically anything but a few bucks. They don't care. And that's why all the industry is shipped out of our country, and American citizens are starving in the streets. All of this is geared for the big corporations. And, you know, there's a list on my website, and it's not even a full list yet because I'm not done with it, is a list of people who belong to the Bilderbergs, which I'm sure you've already heard of. You know, these are the people who are looking to make a one-world government. And they will stop at nothing to do this. And that includes torture of American citizens. I'm not even talking about the terrorists in Guantanamo Bay and the innocent people who are locked down in jail cells in our prison planet country. We have so many people illegally locked, you know, who are tossed into prisons that do not belong there. They were set up by you know, the government and by judges and by politicians who wanted these people off the street because it had too much knowledge. They took them off the street and threw them in jail, or are literally working on that. If you go and type into Google IBM 2020, okay, there was something that was going on in quite a few of the prisons you were talking about before, about people, you know, being given drugs and things. They have the biotelemetric implants that were implanted into people who are prisoners. All right, and this not only in prisons, in mental wards, and they'll even, if they can knock you out in your house and do it, they'll do that too. There's the guy by another gentleman who lives on Long Island in New York who was literally gassed in his home, knocked out. They entered his house and implanted him right in his own bed. Okay, so this kind of stuff does go on, and he was in federal court. He was in district court also. And they would not listen to his case, although he's an inventor and had proof of his case. I know of people who have evidence of MRIs, infrared scans, okay, that prove that they have medical telemetric implants in their body. It's verifiable, it's verified.
So these medical records actually exist. They have medical records then that state that they have found? Yes,
they do. They have doctors that state this is a foreign object in their bodies. There's radio signals coming from that area. Here are the radio signals. It is not consistent with anything that's natural in a body.
Can I get the website address to your website one more time?
Yes, freedomfighters4, FOR, America.com. Okay, there are people out there that have medical evidence. They have all the proof that they need in a uncorrupted court of law, where the laws are not made